And I think the place that needs to spearhead this movement is Ontario, Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a few Canadians hit me.
My family's there. They are miserable.
What's going on?
Son, it is unbelievable what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what's happening right now in Canada. They're locked down yet again. I guess they can't get vaccines, right? Keep that same energy with your healthcare talks. Keep your same energy with your fucking healthcare talks next time around. All right, we're going to remind you of this whole shit. I think they can't get it because we aren't sending them.
Yeah, some shit like that. Miles was trying to explain it.
Yeah, like we snatched a bunch of them. We were like, oh, whoa, we actually need them shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we called dibs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you make the shit, you get to call dibs.
Yeah, we said shotgun.
And what the fuck is Bernie Sanders talking all this shit? In Canada, the blah, 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 blah. They don't need those drugs. They need the vaccine, and they don't got them now. Bernie's quiet right now about how cheap drugs are in Canada, how much a vaccine goes for, how much a Johnson & Johnson. We about to send you to Johnson & Johnson's. Is that the one that's fucked up?
Yeah.
We about to send you them Johnson & Johnsons. That's what you going to get, Canada.
Yeah.
Have you all looking like, hey, you guys. We're going to have you looking like, hey, you guys out there. Okay? Anyway, point is, Ontario's locked the fuck down, and I think you need to open her up. Full lockdown. Yo, it's on some, like, Nazi shit almost. They basically have given cops the authority to just stop cars and, ask them for proof that they have permission to leave the house.
If you're out past, 8 o'clock, you have to have a valid reason. You could get fined, $5,000.
Immediate fine right there. It's unbelievable what they're doing to these people. Yeah. And this is the conversation that we got to start to have, right? Is that you have places like Texas, Florida, fully open, people going to sporting events, and numbers are going down.
Yeah.
At what point does the lockdown become anti-science? Their argument this whole time is, we trust the science, we trust the science. Motherfuckers is out there, no lockdown, no mask. My girl did a Barry's boot camp this morning, no masks in the class. Whose science is right? Say what?
You couldn't go because of your arm?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be picking up the heavies?
No, I can't pick up the heavies, bro. I got to do double tread. I can't switch and do them weights, dog.
Yeah.
So at what point does it become anti-science?
I think there might be something to places with warm weather have less cases of corona, period. But if that's the case, you got to look at why. Is it just vitamin D? I bet everybody take fucking supplements for a month or whatever, and then we just live and open it up. Figure out, you can't just look at one aspect of the science and be like, all right, well, we got to lock down.
Yeah.
Look at the whole picture. Doesn't seem that hard to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me, man, especially with Canada. And I don't know if we were talking about this on Patreon, but these motherfuckers get 3 weeks of sunshine, dog.
Yeah.
That's literally what they get. Summer is short in Canada.
Yeah.
Very short. I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm actually not. We're talking about 2 months where it's legit summer and then it's back.
Yeah.
And even at the end of summer, it starts to get a little cool. Mm-hmm. So they need summer.
Yeah.
These people have been locked down for a year. They're going to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way about Texas or Florida. If you want to lock them down, these people have houses with pools and shit. It does not really feel like lockdown. Yeah. In Canada, you live in Ontario, you are in an apartment building for a fucking year, 13 months, 14 months, 15 months. If they come back to next fall, next winter, people are going to kill themselves out there, yo. You're going to have more deaths from suicide, alcohol, depression than you will from coronavirus.
I mean, we're already seeing how crazy shit is after lockdown in America. Shit is nuts.
Oh, you mean partying?
Months. Partying. Fucking everybody's out there wilding.
The whoring 20s, that's what they call it.
The whoring 20s.
Yeah.
I think it's backfiring a little bit in Canada because they've been in lockdown so long. They're having a lot of house parties. I see a lot.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah, but you gotta also think about that.
Because people are in close quarters.
It can't just be one solution. Oh, cases are up. Lock everything down. Yeah. You can't do the same shit 4 times in a row if it hasn't worked. Yeah. You know what I mean? It didn't work the first time. Didn't work the second time. Hey, let's keep doing it. The science. No, science says if a fucking experiment fails, you try something else. You tweak it somehow. Yep. That's the science. So you can't just get, hey, the science. Let's go back to the first thing that fucked up.
I guess they did tweak it, though. They made it harder.
Yeah.
They made the lockdown more restricted. They pushed up the curfew time. To your point, they did tweak it where they were all right, it didn't work last time. Let's make it more strict.
Yeah. So, and it is crazy to see a place like Canada. And I'm not trying to insult them as liberal cucks, but
government overreach, bro.
It is interesting though, because they are a far more compliant culture than Americans are. Yeah. Right? Americans, you tell us to do anything, we say, fuck you, we grab a gun, and then we go to the state house.
Country's legit born in rebellion, this country.
Yes, it's in our blood, in our DNA. And the people that come here rebelled from their countries.
Yeah.
That's all we are, is a bunch of fucking rebels. Yeah. So if you try to get us to do anything, we're going to lose our fucking mind. Okay? Right. Canada, not the same. Right? I've said this plenty of times before, but they still got the queen on their money. Like, they're really not giving much pushback, right? Like, you got the queen on your money. Like, push back on that bare minimum.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. So the fact that they're reaching their breaking point, the fact that I got people in the fucking DMs nonstop going, yo, it's crazy what's happening right here, right now. And I'm talking about liberal, conservative. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about like the oil parts of Canada.
It's getting into like the scary zone where people are like, it's like, I didn't think that our government would do this to us.
And that was the trust that they had in their government. And what's really interesting is like, how did they get out of this? Because the trust they had in their government was, I'm going to trust, it's like a babysitter. I'm going to trust you with my kids. Don't molest them.
Yeah.
The second the babysitter touches the kids, you don't trust no babysitters anymore ever.
Yeah.
Right? You broke the trust. And that's what they had with their government. They're like, hey, we'll do anything you say because we trust that you have our best interests at heart. And to be fair to Canada, for the most part, they did throughout history, right?
Yeah.
At least for their country. I can't look at these like, and of course, how they treat Native Americans and I'm sure how they treated people of color has been fucked up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, give us your tax money and we'll make sure schools are affordable. Give us your tax money, we'll make sure you have health care. Like, they had a pretty good symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
This is egregious, and I don't know if you can rebound from this.
Yeah.
I think you just created some rebels, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you just created, you have family there, right?
The whole majority in Toronto. And they're with Trudeau right now, who's a liberal. Before they were with Harper. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You still supported the system of like Canada healthcare for the most part, and just everything that was going on. Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mark, you're Canadian.
Yeah. Like, that's the
That
thing.
is, wow, you're Canadian, huh?
Yeah, I'm fucking liberal, dude.
My dad's Canadian.
I'm a liberal cuck,
dude.
dude. I'm cucked out. No, but it's like, I'm assuming that all of the measures are actually enforced. Like, even being in New York, we had like curfews and stuff like that. And people would call me being like, man, it must be crazy, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, the rule is you can't go out, but like, you can go out.
Yeah, it's like jaywalking.
Yeah, I'm walking up the street. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't actually really enforced. So I'm assuming that in Canada, it actually is enforced. That like the things we're hearing about are as bad as they actually are. So like that's one thing that I'm like, I need to be sure on. But I don't know. It just seems like it's those types of lockdowns that people were like, nah, it's not gonna get bad until it's bad. And like this is part of the conversation like we were having here is like it gets bad and then people are locked in their houses getting fined for going outside, assuming that's what's actually happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating and like it's a good example of like how things can creep up and like how people can actually be restricted by governments going crazy with power.
Yeah.
What is interesting though is India's on a full lockdown.
Under the guise of safety, by the way. That's the trickiest thing.
Yeah.
And it is
It's
safer.
always under the guise of safety. We're doing this to protect you. We're doing this to protect you.
Well, I don't necessarily think they have nefarious intentions, but I do think it's
might
just
not.
they just look at a thing one way,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, well that didn't work the first time. Let's do more of it. And it's like, bro, you should be more creative thinkers.
That's my
than
point.
that.
A year later, they have to be having a different answer, saying like, okay, let's just lock up the vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're out. And that's what at least you should be to the point. They won't say it. They don't want to say it.
It might not be nefarious. I don't know. I'm not like saying that the government's trying to control their people and hurt them. Of all.
Yeah.
They're legitimately trying to treat the problem. But the solution is by restricting people's freedoms and not letting people go out. And it is working probably. Like numbers are probably going down because people are trapped in their house for 16 hours.
Yeah, that's going to make numbers go down. And it's going to affect a lot of other shit, but it's going to make numbers go down.
So like if that's their only objective, then they're probably succeeding in that regard. But to me, it's like a infringement on like human liberty and like what human beings are supposed to be doing.
Bro, at a certain point in time, you're going to break a human spirit, bro. Like, especially, because that's the thing is like, if everybody's locked down, we'd spoken about this earlier when it came to like doing stand up again, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were sitting around, I think it was all of us, but we were just like, yo, do you guys like miss stand up? And we were like, yeah, I miss it, but like, no one else is doing it, so it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like it almost feels like Christmas, like when everybody's not working, I don't feel any pressure to work.
Yeah.
But if I'm just taking a random Thursday off, I'm like, whoa, is everybody out there getting it?
Yeah.
And I'm missing, you know? So like, I feel like the fact that Texas is open as fuck, Florida is open, like you're seeing your sports team. You're the Toronto Raptors. You're seeing people at the stadium for your sports team, and you can't even leave your house.
Yeah.
That's when shit starts to drive you a little crazy.
And the daily death rate across the entire country, yesterday's 32 people. This whole last 2 weeks, it's been under 100. It's never...
But it's usually based on like hospitalization and when the hospital numbers get to a certain extent.
Yeah,
like,
beds and all of that. But there's still, who's vulnerable.
Right.
You need to start focusing on protecting those.
Doug Ford, you need to call up fucking Texas Professor X. What's that motherfucker's name?
Oh shit, Abbott, Greg Abbott.
You need to call up Abbott and you need to find out what the fuck he's doing over there. And also, shouts to his daughter. His daughter's kind of a bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro, it's kind of a bitch. Kind of a bitch. She might not know me. She might not know me. Yeah. Nah, dude, she got a rig, bro.
Whoa.
Really?
I don't know.
She got the full rig?
Yeah, she got a rig, dude. Jordan used that when we were working out. I used that term, and I guess I was like, that's a cool term.
You be saying
Canadians
beauty
got
all the
weird
time.
slang. They got weird like slang.
Yeah, because all the slang has to do with like workout things. Do you know what I
Beauty.
mean?
Does he say that to you? Beauty.
What?
He says that to me all the time. Beauty. I'm like, what's beauty? Am I beauty?
Oh, like the move that you did was beautiful.
Yeah. But he won't say beautiful. Just say beauty.
Yo, did you just change the topic from tits to you working?
Speaking of tits, I was working out today.
Speaking of tits, mine ain't going nowhere. What's the problem? What is that?
So yeah, crack that bitch open. Yo, open her up. Y'all should be playing that shit nonstop in Canada. I want, instead of 7 o'clock clapping out your window, I want you to be blasting open her up out your windows in Canada.
Clap something else.
Clap something else. What is it?
Their hands.
Clap your hands. Well, no. Play open her up. Sing that shit out your apartment windows, out your condos, out your houses, out whatever the fuck it is you got in Ontario. Slap that shit. That is your anthem right now. Also ours. And yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to see Corona be so fucking done down here in Florida, and like it start to crack open in other places. Like New York is kind of looking lit right now. You were back there this weekend, right? A little fire or what?
It's nice. They still have the curfew. I think they're extending it this week. So
yeah,
it's good.
Like I love that they're extending it, but it's also so insulting that like the chimp nipple sauce monkey governor can go, you can stay out to 9 now.
I mean, they're still doing that here.
What?
They
That's my
just
point,
extended the
What?
curfew here in Miami.
What do you mean?
They have a midnight.
This weekend, it just got extended.
It was
No
a
curfew in Miami,
There was
bro.
a
Yes,
midnight
there is.
curfew. Everything shuts down at midnight. You can be out, but everything shuts down.
Yeah, but let's why they did it, right? Spring break is done.